in a business setting, though, there's a new one that kind of sits in between. Is up communicating. So the concept is, you've got this invisible tree of communication, right? So the lowest possible on the bottom of the totem pole is like email, right?
Okay.
Email's never meant to move the narrative of anything of any importance, right? It's like it can carry out things that have already been talked about and established and you've slapped the table on, but it's a terrible way to actually do the lifting. So it's the lowest frequency. Right above that's probably text. And the truth is I love text. Text is a deadly way to carry out stuff in a way more like immediate level. It's like if someone's texting you, they're in your sphere, right? Like no one gets into your text unless you're in relationship with them. So text is really cool, but it's still really low because it's just text,
Yeah.
right? So normally what you do is you jump from there to phone call. Phone call is like the standard. That's like the mean, right? That's like zero.
Yeah.
You're not down in the red, you're not up in the black yet. It's like where all the lifting gets done,
Gotcha.
right? From there, you would jump up to like face-to-face, right? Face-to-face is the best way, just like what we're doing right now to share communication ideas.
Gotcha.
So in a business setting though, there's a new one that kind of sits in between. And that's basically like FaceTime or recording video stuff for clients. Like you were talking about this, like we just set up a brand new search for a client. There's some nuance in there and I want to sprinkle some consciousness on top of that nuance so she can see it through my lens.
Okay.
So I'm not just sending her an email, she's getting it and she's like, oh, okay, and then it's me explaining and breaking it down in a quick 60-second video or whatever.
Gotcha.
So that's up communicating. Right, so it's an email that goes out. So email's down here, but I'm up communicating into a face-to-face type of experience without it actually being face-to-face.
Gotcha.
So the concept from a business perspective is someone sends you an email, you up communicate with like a video text.
Gotcha.
Or a video email.
Yeah.
Someone gives you a phone call or even a text, you up communicate with a video text back. Right,
Gotcha.
so you're constantly up communicating the game. And even when I do a face-to-face, I'll follow with an up communicated like video text or something. It's not necessarily relative to the tree deal, but it's an amazing way to follow up in a really meaningful way. Because
Gotcha.
ultimately it's a meritocracy. It's like we all show up in this big spectrum and we're all the same until we open our mouths and prove otherwise.
Yeah.
So when I come with an up communicated video text or one of these cool fancy little screen share email deals like on BombBomb, they're impressed. They're impressive.
Yeah.
Because and all the rest of their day and all the other businesses they communicate with, no one's doing that.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a way for us to kind of stand out for them and be like, hey man, these knuckleheads over the Greenhouse Group, they seem to know what the hell they're doing and it feels good, it feels right, and they're getting face to face without having to be face to face when you're communicating.
Being in two places at one time, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
And more relatable for the customer or for the buyer. Okay, great. Thank you.